That special Air Jordan feeling I didn't think I'd ever feel again, but then something happened.
Edwards, the flush!
Anthony Edwards entered the league.
Just blessed beyond measures to be in this situation.
I'm talking Ant-Man. I'm talking a 6'4" dunking machine.
Anthony Edwards, that's a man's jam!
Footwork like Elijah One.
Oh, crossover, pull up, cooked him in forte!
This man doesn't jump, he soars.
Edwards getting up!
He roars.
Anthony Edwards. He is here.
I'm here!
Ladies and gentlemen, a superstar has officially arrived in the NBA.
Legacies are made in the playoffs. Edwards, the flush!
Anthony Edwards has officially taken the league by storm, and it's too late, right? He is already becoming one of the league's best players, a superstar in the making. In this video, I want to break down why not only Anthony Edwards is becoming a beast, but also this Minnesota Timberwolves team might do the unthinkable and win it all this season. Now, the scariest thing about Anthony Edwards is when you run pick and roll, and we're going to break everything down in this video, but when you run this pick and roll here, the one thing you notice, and let's actually zoom up here a little bit, get to the pick and roll. So once we get to this pick and roll stage, you have Mike Conley, setting a screen on KCP. We see that, Jamal Murray has to hedge over and kind of wall off here, forcing Anthony Edwards to have to go baseline, right? But that is not what happens at all. What we actually notice here is Jamal Murray, he's supposed to be beyond this three-point line. But instead, he kind of drops back into a drop zone coverage type of thing where he's not fully pressing up. Boom, Anthony Edwards has enough space to say, hey, you're not big enough to make me hesitate on the shot. I'm going to pull it up right over you, right? And again, gets it to go. Now, when we drop back here a little bit, we go back to the opening play of the game, right? Anthony Edwards in the corner, draped by a defender in KCP, right? The ability to just shoot over any opponent at any given time with complete tunnel vision of the rim. Dude, this dude, Anthony Edwards, is already a superstar. I mean, it is insane to see his development. He gave a big shout out to, Team USA helping him develop. But, man, and then you see this play here. Rudy Gobert makes a great outlet pass. You would think that Anthony Edwards has all the space in the world in this play to shoot an open three, but he's becoming smart. He notices when two guys are closing out, you can pump fake, get one up in the air, drive into the lane, get to or pick and choose his spot correctly, and then boom, right foot jab, step back, fade away mid-range, shooting over Jamal Murray, drawing that body contact, and one. Sound dumb. The Minnesota Timberwolves are up 1-0 in the series, and this is just getting started. Guys, in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about Anthony Edwards and this Minnesota Timberwolves team. We're going to break down the film, and we're going to show you why Anthony Edwards is becoming the MVP, and the Timberwolves are starting their dynasty right now. Now, this is one of my favorite plays of the day, right? Now, let's break it down a little bit. So, we got the ball handler right here, Mike Conley. He's at the top of the key. Now, the one thing you notice is Anthony Edwards looks like he's either trying to get the ball in the post or trying to come up and set a screen here on KCP. But in actuality, we're going to get a skip pass over here to Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, another crazy thing to notice here is Rudy Gobert's posting up Jokic, right? The number one reason they do this is to get the paint wide open, okay? So now let's clear this board and let's watch a little bit of this play. So boom, we're gonna kick it over to Anthony or Karl-Anthony Towns. Now at this point in time, we still have Rudy Gobert at the top of the key, and now we have Jaden Daniels in the corner, right? Now you can't really see him, but since the ball is getting swung over to this side of the floor, now this becomes the strong side, and now Michael Porter's got to lock in on his man here. Aaron Gordon's got to lock in here on Karl-Anthony Towns, and now instead of seeing a screen up here by Anthony Edwards, he's going to spin out into the lane for a beautiful little slot cut here, and this is just insane. Great basketball here. This is run perfectly, right? Getting Jokic outside the paint, getting Michael Porter now inside or outside the paint as well. Boom. Beautiful cut there by Anthony Edwards for an open layup. I mean, the plays that this team runs are extremely smart, and that's one of them right there. Beautiful play. Alright guys, before we jump into this next play here, an absolute insane and one by Anthony Edwards, do me a big favor, hit that like button just so we can get this video out to more T-Wolves fans around the world, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the T-Wolves for the rest of the season, and something tells me they're nowhere near done yet. Now, also, make sure you guys go follow the Twitch because we will be covering and live streaming games of this series and more series throughout the NBA playoffs on the Twitch. So if you guys want to react to those games with me, go follow my Twitch, MattyDubs, 3 S's, or you can find the link in the description below. But again, let's jump right back into this video and watch a crazy and one. Now, in last night's game, there was a little bit of a mic'd up situation where Anthony Edwards was talking to Naz Reid, and he said, hey, and this is not going to be, direct word by word, but he said, listen, when you're going up for a layup in contact with, the defense all around you, you need to just stay patient and really focus on your shot and don't rush it, right? And that is exactly what he does on this play. It's crazy when you see a guy like Anthony Edwards who's so young, right, but also giving the confidence and also giving advice to some of the players or on the team at such a young age, but also at the same time being able to take your own advice on this play, drawing some body contact here with Nikola Jokic, drawing the foul, right? But watch how he takes his time in the air. He doesn't rush it. A lot of guys will just chuck it up to get the foul, right? But he is trying to score this, right? Boom, takes his time. You can even see him try to stay up in the air for a longer amount of time here. Boom, drives in, draws that body contact, kicks his feet up, right? Legs are going to stay in the air for a little bit and gets an and one to go. I mean, the true thing about the NBA, especially when drawing contact, getting to the free throw line, is really staying focused and staying, locked in on the rim and trying to get the bucket instead of getting the contact, because once you focus on the contact, you're going to miss that shot. But he never does that. He is always completely locked in. Guys, real quickly, before we finish off this video, I need you guys to do me a big favor. Underdog Fantasy is doing the most legendary thing in the world. Not only if you use my code in the description, they will give you a free $100 depending on how much you first deposit, but also they're going to give you a free square as well. Now, what that means is, for example, let's just say Jimmy Butler, right? They're going to have Jimmy Butler over half a point, right? And every single couple of days, they're going to give you freebies that you can just easily win money on. Go claim your free $100 by depositing $100 or whatever you want. They'll match your first deposit, but also go get a free square, go win money. They have so much you can bet on, and it's not just basketball. If you like MLB, MLB's here as well. They have tennis, they have NHL, they have soccer, they have women's soccer, FIFA, esports, racing, golf. They have everything you could think of, and they have live drafts as well. So if you want to get in an MLB draft and play that, you can. If you want to get in an NBA draft and play with some people, some of your friends, you can do that as well. If you use my code in the description, not only will they match your first deposit, but they're going to give you free money as well in terms of these little bets, right? These little bets that you can put in. Tyrese Halliburton over half a point, the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Go check it out, and let's get right back into the video. All right, here's another insane play as well. First of all, we got to give a lot of credit to Rudy Gobert. On this play, he sets a Marcin Gortat screen. It's known as the Gortat screen, but also sets a Varejao screen as well. This dude is doing everything for this team, all the little dirty work. I feel like you should get points for screen assists, or not points, but you should get like a box number, a box score in terms of screen assists, because on this play, man, this dude, Rudy Gobert does a lot. So right away, we're going to see him, set this top screen. Now, to show you guys, boom, sets the screen. Now we're going to get a Varejao screen. Sets the screen on the left side. Now he's going to come back, set it on the right side. Boom. Right away, that is a Varejao screen. You're even going to see it again. Puts his hip out there just to set it a little bit more. Now what we're going to notice here is Anthony Edwards is going to drive into the lane. We see him already having a double team here on Nikola Jokic, but he's got to also play the lob threat with Rudy Gobert rolling to the rim. But another thing we're going to see is not top lock, putting him in jail, right? Getting in front of him and making sure you can feel him on his hip, knowing where he is at all times. That is a beautiful thing in the NBA. They run it a lot, especially if you're, a high-powered guard like Anthony Edwards. Now he's going to drive in. Now we're going to see a Gortat screen. Actually, I think before I called it a Gortat screen, Verjao screen is when you, go one side to the other side very quickly, right? Now, this is a Gortat screen where you set a screen at the top and then run down and then set another screen on the big man, right? Your defender, because that walls off or allows an open lane to the basket for Anthony Edwards, who is now able to make a clean little bucket at the rim. I mean, a beautiful play here by the T-Wolves and a great screen assist by Rudy Gobert. If he doesn't get in the way here, you're going to have a double team, one on the backside with Christian Brown and Jokic. But man, Rudy does a great job. Give him some credit. Now, this will probably be the final thing I show you here of this game, just because there's so much more to break down, but I don't want the video to be like 20 minutes. So this will be the last play. Now, this was beautiful. Anthony Edwards is so young, but he's already displaying the court vision, the court mapping ability to know where your teammates are, but also know where the defense is going to go off rotation. Now, right here, we're going to see a double screen. One by Jaden Daniels and one by Rudy Gobert. Now, what this does is put the defense into full swing, right? We're going to get some swings here, some rotations, trying for a bunch of these guys here, right? So keep that in mind. And now you got to think Anthony Edwards has to make a decision in a split second. So boom, gets a screen. We're going to get a go screen by Rudy Gobert and just have him leak into the paint, okay? Now, what does that do exactly? Well, perfect. I like that you asked. We're going to get a little bit of rotation here by Aaron Gordon on the weak side because now, Jokic is fully prepared to, fight over, hedge over the screen and make sure Edwards has nowhere to go, kind of, lock him. But instead, right, there's no screen. There's no screen, so he's going to cut to the basket, right? So now Anthony Edwards is looking straight at Aaron Gordon and then makes a skip pass, right? All the way to the corner to Naz Reid, which gives him plenty of time to make a decision. Do I drive in? Do I drive out? Or do I just pull up for a three? Boom. Gets Aaron Gordon fully committing, going left. Right now he's sliding, getting into lane. A little bit of a foul there. Gets another foul in the head and one sound dumb. I mean, great pass there by Anthony Edwards. I mean, to read the defense knowing, and also just a great play, by the way, man. I mean, the defense wasn't prepared at all for this. The little ghost screen here doesn't actually set it and leaks into the paint, or weak side, rotation with the defense. I mean, that is just perfect execution if you ask me, man. And again, great knowledge of Ant knowing where the defense is going to be, knowing where they're going to rotate. Great play, man. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications. We're starting to see Anthony Edwards become one of the best players in the NBA. And, he's a dog, and he will continue to be a dog. This could be the start of something really good here in Minnesota. So hit the like button, subscribe if you guys want a part 2. Comment down below part 2, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.